Consider approve adjustments for the month of March 2013. And in your packet here, you'll see the adjustments. We don't have as many as we've been having. Total amount is $245.62, but we often ask about what are these adjustments. These adjustments are where we refund funds to individuals that are shutting down their application for water from the city of Grapeland, and or we have miscalculated and made a mistake. I would ask that anybody that don't make mistakes in calculating stuff, stand up and acknowledge yourself. We all make mistakes. And sometimes we make some big ones here in Grapeland. But it's good, I tell you, the good part about that is that Mike and Debbie, we always send the guys back to reread the meters. We send the guys back to make sure that what we correct is the right thing to correct. I will say this, and while Ms. Nichols is here, I'll be glad when she fill up all her houses, because I'm tired of giving her money back. But I will say she worked great with us. She provided us a vacancy list. She provided us with the housing that needs to be refunded. So I can't complain. At the meeting we found out that a lot of HUD and housing departments were really lacking on some of the procedures and some of the policies that the HUD had implemented in the housing district. So I want to commend her for her drive and her working with us in a team way to try to make sure all this is taken care of and is taken care of in a professional manner.
I'll make a motion to approve the adjustments for the month of March.
Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded that the adjustments for the month of March be approved, totaling $245.02, total adjustments. Are there any questions? 62 cents, I'm sorry. I didn't bring my glasses. Correction, $245.62. $245.62. All those in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes unanimously. I would ask that we look at our current invoices. We've spent some money, but we've accomplished some things. I think with gasoline going down and some of our progressive things that we're trying to do, I think you're going to see our gas go down. I think this year we probably bought more tires for PD and probably spent more money on the things than we normally would. But, you know, that's part of having a great working city, being able to respond to the citizens of the city. Any questions on any of the invoices? Remember, Quill is what we do our ordering for our office supplies. I'll let Mike talk about the testing centers and costs.
What is Michigan?
That's one of the vendors for the EMS ambulance supplies. Medicine.
On the garage and sheeted.
Voyager.
Voyager, yeah. And that's basically where we are
just talking about this.
When you, it's hard to put a mileage on gas cans when you're filling up the bowl,
Yeah.
and when you're filling up the, put out the backhoe. But, I mean, here's, if you wanna know about the checks and balances on this, City Superintendent, Mr. Mike Dillon, will have to sign off on every invoice for gasoline, diesel, etc. You know, and he comes in and he talks to Donna. This is what we purchased this for. This was used for the backhoe. This was used for the tractor. This was used for mowing. This was used for some diesel starting fire. This was used for this. I mean, he basically come in and put his, he puts his John Henry.
But they write
So
down, they write down on that receipt what they're using.
Absolutely. We know what every
Okay.
dollar spent on fuel, we know where it's going. Absolutely.
So Donna's got that list.
It's on that.
The whole compiled this. And we spend,
We're just spending a lot, I mean, which, and we're just getting started in the mowing season.
And that's exactly why we're spending money. And we're doing more construction projects, using equipment more.
we're gonna have more park usage this year. You know that. So we gotta keep it. That's another issue. We got a lot of people, and there's another big project for our park that's coming that I think is gonna be real positive for our park.
What about it? Huh?
We talked about it, Vince, but we couldn't decide on what kind we wanted. One said we'd like to have one like we got, and I don't know, we had Miss Parham here, who is one of the neighbors, and I think you mentioned the kind that you would like, but we never went into as to what type. I think in conclusion, that night we said we would repair what we had.
There ain't nothing there to repair.
Yeah.
Well,
It's rotted.
I think we stopped because we didn't know, we talked about doing something at the bathrooms too. You know, we talked about the fence and down there in that corner with the bathroom. Didn't we?
I don't want to go too deep in this because it's not an agenda item, but I can only relate to prior council statements in reference to this. And let me say this, and I'm not trying to be any council member that wants to place something on the agenda for the next council meeting. You have that priority as a council member. Okay? I set the agenda, but you have the authority to place an item on the agenda. I know in some cities you got to have at least 3 council members in agreement, but to me that's a quorum, and you got to be careful with that. And we probably read that was in one of our county papers about why it was taken off the agenda because 3 council members wanted it taken off. You got to be real careful with that. And I don't want to pay that $2,000 fine. Not unless the city want to reimburse me or pay me some money. So you have to be real careful. But anybody want to have an item that they want to consider on the agenda, feel free to contact Donna and she'll put it on there, and we'll try to provide the necessary information that we have here at our city office to help with that agenda item. You won't be stuck out there by yourself. Have we voted on the invoices?
What's that, is HD Supply, is that?
That's our waterworks support. No, that's waterworks. HD Supply is
Tyler uniform.
That's who the
What's
police
that?
department gets some of their uniforms and.
HD
badges.
Supply is our, we get all our pumps and motors from, any industrial water and wastewater
Okay.
products.
The water and sewer.
Supply house.
Yeah.
Oh, they're 2 different.
Any other questions? We want to prove to you that we're spending the city's money wisely. We may be spending a little bit more of it, but we're still spending it wisely. Is there a motion on the table?
I make a motion we approve the current invoice for March 2013.
Is there a second? It's been both moved and second that we approve the current invoices for the city of Grapeland. Are there any questions? Oh, are there any questions? Those in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes unanimously. Everybody voted for it. He passed it. Are there any other questions about any of our council transactions? Anyone have? As you all know, ma'am,
May I call attention to the fact that April is Child Prevention, Abuse Prevention Month, the month of April, and it's a very important thing.
it is, it is. I think the PD was informing me on yesterday, no, not yesterday, yeah, yesterday, that they had, participated in a conference with Miss Debbie McLean, Kaylin House, and that was one of the things that was discussed at that meeting. And I think we recognize you as being in the paper, we're raising the flag for,
I've been on the Houston County Child Welfare Board for years and years, and they fly the flag all the month of April on the
Okay.
courthouse square.
Okay.
And the pinwheels represent each abused child from Houston County.
really?
Whether they're living here or not, we still take care of them. I believe they're 51 since the beginning of the year, 59 last year.
Really? The economy and things are making things really out of whack, so